Welcome back to the channel, everybody. There's one thing that I want to kind of talk about. You know, there's a lot of new people getting into fishing. There's a lot of new people trying new baits. So I want to talk about the bladed jig. I want to talk about my perfect setup. Stay tuned. That's what we're talking about. Chatterbait, made by Z-Man. Bladed jig. This happens to be the jackhammer. So, my perfect setup, we'll start with the rod, okay? This rod is a 7'4", medium heavy, moderate action, okay? What that means is, it's got like a medium heavy power, so that way you can drive the hook home, but the moderate action part means it loads up really well, okay? And as you can see down there, towards the bottom of this blank, about from, you know, here down, it's got a lot of power, and that's for driving that hook home. The tip of the rod, where you got that moderate action at, that allows the fish to get a hold of that bladed jig, suck it in or inhale it, and then you set the hook. If you had a fast action rod, that rod tip would be so fast that you would feel it almost instantly, and you'd probably lose a lot more fish. This allows them to get the bait before you set the hook, okay? The next part, let's talk about the reel. So, the reel that I use, this is a Duckett Paradigm reel. I don't even think they make them anymore, but this is a 6:8-to-1 reel. What that means is it's a slower reel, okay? You have 6 speeds, 7 speed, 8 speeds, 5 speeds. I go with a 6 speed. And the reason for it is, myself, I fish really fast. So, with a 6 speed, it allows me to slow down. I fish with a 3/8 chatterbait a lot. And if I'm not using a slow speed reel, I will pull that bait to the top of the surface every time. I fish too fast, I'll just do it. So, not to mention, it allows the bait to do its thing. If you overfish this bait and fish it too fast, I feel like you're not allowing this bait to do what it was meant to do, and that's to catch fish. So a slower speed reel really works. Fish are busting out there. Alright, the line. Line size is simple. I live in Florida, okay? I'm going to be throwing 17-pound tests, if not 20. 17 is my go-to, though. I'm throwing it on fluorocarbon. I've heard a lot of people throwing it on braid, you know, around some thick vegetation. But me personally, I've always threw it on fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon sinks. It's basically invisible underwater. This is tactical fluorocarbon made by Pline. This is some very good shit, okay? I trust this 100%. So, that's my setup. As far as the blade jig goes, I usually throw, my go-to is going to be the jackhammer or the Evo, but I really like the jackhammer, okay? When it's cloudy outside, overcast, I'm usually going to throw a gold bladed jig. And then when it's clear, bluebird skies, stuff like that, I'm going to be throwing usually a silver bait. This blade is actually green, like a green pumpkin with black on it. And I had it tied up from my last tournament. So, trailer wise, there's one trailer for this bait that I think works one of the best. This is a freeloader made by Rapala. Very similar to the spunk shad, but it's not. It's different. Either one of them will work. I would recommend going with the freeloader though. But that's it. That's my setup. Like I said, this is a 7'4", medium heavy, moderate action rod. Okay, this is a 6/8-to-1 Duckett Paradigm reel. and I got a spool with 17-pound test. That's my setup, guys. If you guys have any questions at all, please leave them down there in the comment section. Make sure you hit that like button. It really helps with the algorithm. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit that down there. Please subscribe to the channel. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna get out here and try to catch some fish, guys. And until next time, tight lines.